Hey Big Alias fam, did you know that the dress that Kim Kardashian wore to the Met Gala was actually a dress originally worn by Marilyn Monroe, but by the time she was done with it, it surfaced on the news that the dress was in a worse condition than it was when she went to the gala wearing it. Like, what? Did you know that? You didn't? Good for you. Seriously, good for you. That's good. And I'm sorry for being the one to tell you. I'm sorry that you now know this information. It joins a long list of information that somehow managed to hit Twitter and become newsworthy, despite it not meaning anything at all. I don't care about this. I don't care about this information. But unfortunately for you, there's two types of news that I always want to talk about. And let this be a preface for this channel. And that's news that I care about, and news that I don't care about, but that people talk about like it matters. And then it bugs me, and then I have to talk about it. And there is something that I want to say about this situation. Look at that. There's something I want to say about this situation, which is... Okay, I'm going to say something controversial that you're not allowed to say on the internet, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't care about Marilyn Monroe. I don't like Marilyn Monroe. I don't think that we should celebrate her as much as we do, and she actually stands for a lot of things that I dislike about the world. A lot of things that are bad now, she was a sort of linchpin for, and if she didn't do it, someone else would have, but she did. And I think a lot of people praise Marilyn Monroe because she was alive in the past and is now dead. I mean that's reason enough on the internet, right? Like, if someone's dead and they're alive in the past, well, they were great. They were great people. That's fantastic. But she's also celebrated for being something that isn't good. Kim Kardashian wearing this is symbolic of the fact that Kim Kardashian, whether you like it or not now, you will agree with this in the future. You will say this in the future. Kim Kardashian is the Marilyn Monroe of today. And the only reason you don't agree with that is because at the moment, she's still living and alive, but when she isn't alive and living, you're going to be like, what? Oh, do you remember back in the day? Do you remember Kim Kardashian? The symbol of beauty and triumph. Both of those things are stupid. Both of those things are completely stupid. Marilyn Monroe was an actress, and not a very good, particularly good one. Not that great. Like, sort of mid-tier. Started a lot of films that really didn't do anything interesting or break any barriers. On the same level as like the old Elvis Presley films, just pulp, just crap. And she was in all of those, but also for the time, she was really hot. And that's enough. That's enough for people. That's all we need. And she was the symbol of that. She was the symbol of being an actress is one thing, but being an actress and being hot, now that's a whole other thing. And that's exactly where we stand with Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian, okay, look, being a fashion designer and having people follow you around in your house is one thing. But also being hot, that's what sets her apart. And I hate that, and I've never liked that, and I dislike it now, and I would have then, and I will in the future. But this is a dress. This is a dress, right? And it was worn by someone who is the very pinnacle of the like the origin of where we're at now with like celebrity worship, where beauty it comes above everything else, above talent, above doing anything interesting or important. If they're hot, that's all that matters. That's all we care about. And she's like the mothership of it, like I said, the linchpin, where it all began in a modern way. I'm sure this has always happened through the past. I'm sure there was Ye Olde Hot Girl. I'm sure we had Ye Olde Hustlers magazine. I'm sure this stuff always existed. But in a modern way, I think Marilyn Monroe really was the key to all of that. And with regards to a dress, I just don't care. Look, I'm going to tell you something that I've never said on this channel before, something I've never mentioned on this channel before. But I'm going to say it. I am a huge, massive, fanatical fan of Jimi Hendrix, who was big in the 60s, of course, and made some of the greatest albums ever made, the Electric Landau Experience, so on and so forth, Access Bolt of Love. A musical genius. I consider him to be the greatest musical artist in terms of, sort of music on a bandy sense, like, let's just say classical music excluded. I think he's the greatest musical artist of all time. I'll be honest with you, if you showed me a coat and said this was one of the coats that Jimmy wore, this was a genuine coat that he wore to, let's say, Woodstock, right? Let's just say these were the clothes he wore to Woodstock. I would be like, I would say, like, wow, That is incredible. I can't believe that is amazing. He wore that? Wow, he wore that. That is brilliant. That's really good. But if Andre 3000 decided to wear that to the Met Gala, whatever the fuck the Met Gala is, why do we care about it if we don't know what it is? If Andre 3000 decided to wear Jimi Hendrix's coat to the Met Gala and it came away and it was a bit scuffed and broken, I don't give a shit. I don't care. You know, I'd be sort of slightly in awe of the situation. I love Andre 3000. I love Jimi Hendrix. I think they're both geniuses, and you know, for them to both live in that coat for that period of time would be great. It would be kind of cool. Yeah. But if he scuffed it up, I don't give a fuck. It's a coat. It doesn't matter. It's not symbolic of anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's something he wore once. It does not matter. Now, if he used his guitar and smashed it over a railing, I would lose a lot of respect for Andre 3000, because that is the guitar where his work was made, where Jimmy's life work was made, where it was a guitar that had his passion poured into it. It was the instrument whereby he created some of the greatest guitarists ever made. You know, it is very important. It's a very important instrument, and it should be archived for that reason. A dress doesn't do anything. It doesn't mean anything. It hasn't done anything. It didn't elevate the any of her performances beyond what any other dress could have done. It's just a dress. It's a garment. It's something people wear. I could probably go down to Next and get something very similar and pick it up for like 40 quid. You know, and you could say the same about the guitar, sure. But the difference is, and this is gonna be kind of nasty, but being hot is not a talent. Being good looking is not a talent. Wearing a dress is not where your talent is produced. It's not where it came from. This is where it came from. And in actuality, as a matter of fact, the parents that gave birth to you, that's where the talent came from of being hot. It's just something you're born with. It's something that's always bugged me. Why we praise people for something they're completely born with. The shape of my face, this terrible shape of my face, and that stupid bit of beard that's hanging out there that I need to shave off. This is all my parents. This is just the way I was born. This is the face I always had. And the same goes for Marilyn Monroe. She didn't do anything to have a hot face. She had a hot face. So the dress didn't do anything. It didn't do anything. It had no talent applied to it. Whereas with Jimi Hendrix's guitar, that's where the talent was found. You know, that's where it was put, where it was produced, and it means something. It has echoes of riffs inside of it. The dress has echoes of Chanel perfume. It has echoes of the skin of someone who wore it. You know, it's not a big deal. It doesn't mean anything. And it being scuffed up, I don't care. I really don't care. It was designed to be worn. Putting it away in a whatever, where would it have gone, like a museum sort of thing? Putting it away as a museum piece, as a dress, again, it doesn't really matter. Just wear it. It was designed to be worn. If you want to wear it, go ahead. And listen, I'm not standing up for Kim Kardashian because I think my skin would turn from inside outwards if I ever defended Kim Kardashian over something. I think she is a despicable person. And when I say that Marilyn Monroe is the linchpin of everything that's wrong with society, well, not everything that's wrong with society, but our obsession with beauty, Kim Kardashian exploded that. She made it way worse because she made that her whole personality. When I say, Marilyn Monroe wasn't a great actress, Kim isn't an actress. She isn't an actress. She isn't a musician. She isn't a writer. She didn't do anything but be hot and have a rich dad. And that is all she did. And that's society for you. But, yeah. So I'm not defending her. But I am defending her. It's right to wear a dress. It's a dress, dude. Get over it. It doesn't tell us anything. It doesn't reveal anything. That's why those Egyptian, if it was like Egyptian clothing with all the gold and everything draped over it, we could learn something from that. But we can't learn anything from this other than Marilyn Monroe wore it once. And she was kind of hot for the time. That's it. Anyway, I guess I'll see everyone later. What a weird topic today. Why would I talk about this? This is stupid. Anyway, see you later.